hello, and welcome back to Lamplight City here on Buto Plays Whatever. In our previous episode, we found out that Mrs. Dupree has a bit of an abusive side. In fact, some of her servants were in a relationship and they have quote-unquote, my fingers are making weird claw-like illustrations, have disappeared, and she likes to beat them with whips. Bloody whips, like, and hold a book while she does it as well. Kind of weird. We also found out that these people apparently have a stepfather, and today we're going to continue on trying to save Mr. Martin's life. Puzzle pieces, all these amazing things. Bloody whip, Emil's testimony, cute beans right there. Suspect is only Albert. Message from Mr. Upton, letter to Andrew, torn letter. So we're going to go meet the stepfather, see if he can bring us a little bit more information to this curious puzzle. This case all of a sudden got really crazy. Okay, and I'm just kind of wondering what's gonna happen. We're gonna go up here and meet the mysterious stepfather. Oh, hello.
Hello? Is anyone here?
Strange of Dupree to leave the door unlocked. Maybe it means he'll be returning soon.
It's a possibility, Billy. Oh, let's take a look around here.
Seems
Empty
Mr.
bottles.
Dupree is a Bollingworth man. Maybe he's not so bad after all. I
Lights.
had a nasty run-in with an alligator when I was a child. One less in the world doesn't really bother me, to be honest.
Fireplace.
Some high society type in the middle of a hunt. I don't understand why anyone would get a thrill out of murdering innocent creatures.
He's got a
One of the
gun
guns
missing
is
here.
Jean must be out using it currently.
Jean. All right, let's.
Satchels, boxes, and other assorted boring things for hunting.
Yeah, okay. Let's check out this cabinet.
Let's see if
So we got
Jean
in
has
here.
anything interesting in here.
Anything
Not very
spicy for
much,
me?
Except a letter.
Dear Jean, thank you so much for your help. To think that Mother would try and have me withdrawn from my studies is just unbelievable. Don't worry, I won't tell her you made the university change their minds. One attempt to ruin a life is quite enough. Juliet. Quote unquote. Well, hello. Well, hello.
Who the hell are you? What are you doing in my cabin?
Jean Dupree, I presume?
Yes, that's right. Who are you?
Miles Fordham, private investigator. I'm looking into the attempted murder of your wife.
Oh, yes. Yes, of course.
Of course. Yeah, put the
Forgive my
gun
rudeness,
away in the
but
satchel
you
apparently you
stumbled
have on your
me.
backpack.
Perfectly understandable.
Was this a
Mr.
thing
Dupree.
back in the
This
day?
is a man whose
I
bark
always
is
thought they
most
had to carry him on their
definitely
hip or
worse than his
something.
bite.
But this guy straight had it like Bruce Campbell from the Dead movies, man. Okay, we're gonna
Can we talk, Mr.
take it
Dupree?
easy, a little easy on
suppose
Mr.
so.
Dupree. He's a little
Yes.
gun heavy. Well, he's got the look of a gun heavy. Okay, so we have a letter. Guy Dumas and Selena, stepchildren. Tell me about yourself.
I
a little
suppose
bit,
it
sir.
goes without saying that you enjoy hunting, Mr. Dupree?
Yes, I do. I consider myself something of an outdoorsman, you see. It's nice to be able to go out and get some fresh air after being sat at the bank all day.
There's a banker.
What about your home life?
Truth be told, I'm not at home as often as I'd like to be. I've been trying to make more time, but something usually comes up. Business is business, after all.
Indeed.
Yeah, but what business are we talking about here exactly?
About your wife. I was
What
gonna
can
say
you tell
mother.
me about Madame Dupree?
Oh, my dear wife, the past few days have been just awful for all of us.
Yes, I can imagine. How long have you been married?
For 7 wonderful years. Laura and I are just as much in love now as we were on the day we married.
Lord, does he actually expect anyone to believe that nonsense?
You'll pardon me for being so frank, Mr. Dupree, but why are you out hunting and not at your wife's side?
Excuse me? Who are you to lecture me on my marriage?
A fellow married man, that's who. Your wife has just suffered a very traumatic ordeal. Shouldn't you be at home caring for her?
But with all the confusion at the house with the police investigating and her being attended to by her doctor, I just needed to get away for a bit. Surely you can understand, Mr. Fordham.
Not really.
There's something off about this guy, Miles. He's definitely hiding something. And for once, I don't think it's from his wife.
What can you tell me about stepchildren?
What can you tell me about your stepchildren?
Andrew and Juliet? I see a bright future ahead for both of them.
What's your relationship with them like?
It's fine. Why do you ask?
I got the distinct impression from both of them that they hardly ever see you.
Well, yes, I suppose that
This
is
guy's
true.
very
We
distrusting.
don't spend much time together, but they're both so busy with school. I don't want to get in their way. Not to mention my job keeps me away from home for considerable periods of time.
Really being a banker.
Excuses. I get the feeling Mr. Dupre avoids his family on purpose. But why?
Mrs. Dupre's death.
Do you know anything about the circumstances surrounding Madame Dupre's death?
Horrible. Simply horrible.
Do you have any idea why Mr. Martin might have attempted to kill her?
Mr. Martin? You mean the boys they arrested? Andrew said it's because Martin and his mother are witches who prey on the well-to-do. You only need to take one look at him to see his trouble. It's a shame to put him away so quickly. I'd have liked to teach him a lesson or two, believe you me.
Yeah, right. A lesson on how to cower in the corner, most likely.
What do you know about these? No. These? No. Oh. Okay. What about your
Do you
wife?
fear your wife, Mr. Dupre?
Do I... what?
The question's quite simple. Are you afraid of Madame Dupre?
Why in the ether would you think that?
Millie told me you were. I found this bloody whip. You're clearly afraid of your own shadow. I don't want to assault the guy. God, do I give up my informant? Oh God, how do I handle this? These questions! They put me on the spot. If I do this, I give up my informant. If I say this is a little bit better. I found this bloody whip. You're clearly afraid of your own shadow. No, I'm not going to do that. It's basically call him a vagina. I found this bloody whip.
I'd be afraid of someone who kept a bloody whip in my bedroom. Care to explain that?
You don't know her like I do. No one does.
Explain.
Well, no one aside from the servants, I suppose. She's cruel, Mr. Fordham. Crueler than anyone or anything I've ever seen.
Okay, let's go on with the cruelty.
Madame Dupre's cruelty.
She treats the servants like animals, Mr. Fordham.
I'm up in my
She would
seat
say
about
the
this.
most vile, awful things to them. Things I would expect to hear on the Gascon docks, not from the lips of a grande dame. And the beatings. Oh, God. The screams I would hear from somewhere in the house. I never dared find out where.
Nobody else ever heard the screaming?
No. She was cunning. She would do it when no one else was around. Once she knew I had heard, she threatened me. Told me she would...
Go on.
Yes.
She threatened to expose my secret, Mr. Fordham.
Your secret.
And what secret is that?
Our marriage is one of convenience. It's all for show. Laura has herself a well-to-do husband, and I am a normal man in the eyes of society.
Okay, I see.
I see. I suppose that would explain a few things.
Well, now, how was that not obvious to you? The soporific is really having a bad effect on you.
Don't
your
worry,
mouth,
Mr.
Bill.
Dupre. Your secret's safe with me.
Thank you, Mr. Fordham.
Alright, we got some clues. Guy Dumas and
Tell
Celine.
me what you know about Guy Dumas and Celine.
Celine had an accident.
What kind of accident?
Laura thought Celine had been stealing her silverware. She got a bit carried away with a beating, and...
Dupre killed Celine?
Yes,
Oh my God.
she did. In order to keep it quiet, she had Celine placed...
Oh
in
my
a
God.
tomb.
What about Guy?
I don't know. I never saw him again after that.
Well, this case has certainly taken a turn for the sinister.
Alright,
Do you
Juliet's
know
letter.
anything about Madame Dupre trying to get Juliet taken out of her classes at the university?
Ah, yes. Laura didn't approve of her daughter's desire to further her education. So she sent a letter to the university requesting Juliet's withdrawal. I didn't approve of her trying to meddle in Juliet's affairs. If she wants to study, she should be free to do so. I wrote them a letter myself, without Laura's knowledge, telling them to disregard the previous request for withdrawal.
That's very good of you.
Yes, well, I dislike seeing people being told what they can and can't do by others.
Yet, he seems perfectly willing to employ servants at his home. Well, I suppose we're all hypocrites in one way or another.
I'll be going now.
Au revoir, Mr. Fordham.
Oh my god. That was intense. So let's go back to the tomb. Okay, back to the tomb. Yeah, back to the tomb. Give me up in here. And the leaves blue. This was the crypt.
Celine, 1823 to 1844. Taken too soon. Rest ye with the angels.
Wait a minute. This is Celine, the maid.
Oh,
Somehow a piece of paper got wedged into the side of the vault.
shut your mouths. Tweezers! Pulling the paper? No. Use tweezers on the
Carefully
paper.
now.
Oh, I gotta do this?
Got it. Nice work, Fordham. Now to see what this is.
She will pay for what she did to
Leaving
you,
notes
my
for the
love.
dead. How very touching. I wonder if anyone has left me one at my grave.
Quiet, Bill. I need to think.
It's her
You
freaking
know this note is
boyfriend.
likely from Guy. Now we just need to figure out where to find him.
Is there anything on the other side of that piece of paper?
Bill, you're a genius.
I wouldn't give me all the credit just yet.
Let's see. A receipt for an extended stay at the Stun Arms. Does that sound familiar at all?
Vaguely. But I can't recall anything off the top of my head.
Looks like we'll have to do a bit more searching.
Oh, the case is afoot. So, is there anything
Crypts are
else?
reserved-
There are only
Okay.
3 left.
Then let's hope the
All right, let's beat it.
that nest is
Perhaps she abandoned.
always a...
It's like I'm looking for clues. Is there any
Have to
more
admit.
clues? Okay, let's beat it. Oh man. Should trust in my instincts, Bill. Overruling me. My own brain overruling me. Alright, so we need a location. Let's head back to the daughter to see if she's had a run-in with him.
Hello again, Miss Montgomery. Mind answering a few more questions?
Hello, Mr. Fordham. Not at all.
Guys, no, to preach that air. We'll go from top down. That seems to be the better of the choices.
I found this note from Guy at your mother's family tomb.
At the tomb? Why would he leave a note there?
It's for Celine. She's been interred there.
She's dead? Oh God, that's terrible. What happened to her? And
Your mother
why
beat her
would
to
she
death.
be in our family tomb?
That isn't for me to say. You'll have to ask your stepfather. In any case, this note was written on a hotel receipt. I'm trying to find where it came from, but the name is only partially legible.
I can't say it rings any bells. I'm sorry, Mr. Fordham.
Okay.
Did your mother try to get you withdrawn from the university?
As a matter of fact, she did. Just another one of the many ways she tried interfering with my life.
What happened, exactly?
Mother wrote the university requesting that I be withdrawn. I found out about it when the enrollment office contacted me. I couldn't believe it at first. I thought it was some sort of mistake, but then they showed me the letter.
I take it you were upset.
More than upset, Mr. Fordham. I was furious. I was trying to make a real life for myself. One that wasn't about dresses or debutante balls or fending off suitors. I'd been given the chance to make something of myself, and Mother was ready to bring it all crashing down, just because she didn't agree with it.
But in the end, you're still here.
Yes, Jean stepped in and fixed everything. He didn't have to do it, but it was very good of him.
He's a good
I'm afraid that
stepfather.
was the beginning of the end of my relationship with Mother. We never
Marriage is a
really
convenience that
managed to
actually
fix
worked
things
out for the
after that.
children, honestly.
No more questions for now.
Then if you
Okay,
don't
so we
mind,
need
I
to
have
find
work
where
to
this
do.
guy's hiding out at. He didn't come visit her. What does my casebook say? Okay, puzzles. So I have, how's that not another freaking, how is he not a suspect? He left a note saying he was gonna kill her. I mean, not kill her, but get justice. It's revenge, wasn't it? Let's go back to the coffee house. Let's see if she has any ideas.
She's running back.
It's like, honestly, one of the locals would know.
Can we talk?
Go on, I'm listening.
Okay, good.
I wanted to go over the case with you.
Okay, what have you got?
I got a lot.
I found this note in the Chesterton tomb. I think it was left by the person who attacked Madame Dupre.
Nice work. Sounds like you're about ready to wrap things up.
I will be as soon as I find him. Take a look at the other side of it.
Part of a receipt for a hotel?
Yes, but the name is only partially visible at the bottom.
Stun Arms.
Come on, lady.
The only hotel that comes to mind is the Boston Arms in Chumley.
Of course. I knew the name
Sounds good to me.
The stories I could tell you about that place. Not right now.
You're helpful as always, Upton. Thank you.
Good luck, Fordham. I hope you find your suspect.
That's enough about the case for now.
Okay,
Okay, end the
That's it, I
conversation.
think.
then you'd better get back to it.
I wish I still had Bill. Now it makes me wonder if actually he still would be with me if we hadn't had that accident on the rooftop so long ago. Oh, it all boils down to
Who is
this.
it?
God, he's gonna bolt for the door. God, how do I want to do this? Be discreet. Discreet.
Mr. Dumas, listen to me. I don't want to make this into more of an issue than it should be, but I believe it's in your best interest to let me in so I can speak with you.
Just a moment.
All right, he let
What
me
do you
in.
want?
Do I
Just
sucker
to
punch him?
talk. May I come in?
Yes, I suppose so.
I found your note in St. Denis Cemetery. Care to explain what it means?
How did you...
I'm a private investigator, Mr. Dumas. That's what I do. Now we can either do this the easy way or the hard way. It's up to you.
I left that note for Celine. I didn't think anyone would ever find
We
it.
didn't hide it very well, my
So it
friend.
was you who attacked Madame Dupre.
Yes. Yes, it was me. I confess.
You're a good man, sir.
I can't remember the last time a suspect actually confessed. If only they were all like this.
But please, Mr. Fordham, you have to understand. The woman is evil. If only you knew what she did. Please, don't arrest me, Mr. Fordham. You have to know the truth about Madame Dupre.
Relax, Mr. Dumas. I'm not going to arrest you just yet. I'm perfectly willing to hear your side of the story. Now let's take this nice and slow.
Madame
What can
Dupre.
you tell me about Madame Dupre?
She seemed like a nice woman at first, but after working for her, I came to know how awful she truly was. When no one was around, she would beat me and some of the other servants for fun, say the most cruel things, call us horrible names.
Why didn't you just leave?
She threatened us, told us she would make it impossible for us to get work anywhere else. It's already difficult enough getting a job that doesn't force you to operate those awful machines. To be blacklisted by Madame Dupre would have been the final nail in the coffin.
How did you come to be employed by Madame Dupre?
I used to work in an iron factory in Chumley, but a few years ago, they brought in some steam machines to help production. One of the machines had a problem, and my friend Connor and I were assigned to fix it. We had no idea what we were doing, but we wanted to keep our jobs. I don't know what happened, but the next thing I knew, Connor was dead, and I was badly hurt. I swore never to go near one of those machines again. After I got better, I spent a few months looking for work, but it was impossible to find any jobs that didn't involve steam tech. Then I found out about Madame Dupre. Working at her home seemed like an improvement. I had a decent bed to sleep in. The work was not difficult, and I even made friends with her daughter. But Madame Dupre soon showed her true nature.
Tell me about Celine.
Tell me about Celine.
Oh, my dear Celine. She was the most beautiful thing I ever saw. We were going to get married, you know. Then that devil killed her. She beat her to death in front of me. I was powerless to do anything. Please, Mr. Fordham, I don't want to remember. Let us speak of something else.
Do you know Albert Martin?
No. Who is that?
He's Juliet's lover, falsely accused of the crime you committed.
I had no idea.
Are you going to let an innocent man die because of what you did?
No, of course not. I suppose things got out of hand. It was not my intention for someone else to take the blame for my actions.
So why did you attack Madame Dupre in the way you did?
I knew that if I went to her home and killed her, I would be caught and thrown in jail. I needed to find a way to do it quietly and not make anyone suspicious. Also, I wanted her to suffer for what she did to my Celine. I had read about toxic plants in Juliet's schoolbooks, and I knew a bit about them from working as a gardener. So I decided to poison Dupre and make her appear dead so she could be buried alive and suffer the same way she made us when she would lock us away in her secret room.
Secret room?
Did you say secret room?
Yes, Mr. Fordham. It was no bigger than a coffin. She would place us inside if she was especially mad at us, with no food or water, sometimes for days at a time. We couldn't scream because she would stuff our mouths. She would also plug our ears and cover our faces.
Oh my freaking
How often
god.
did she put you in there?
Only a few times, but that was more than enough. I'd rather not think about it.
So you have no idea where it is?
None. I only remember Madame Dupre would say the same thing any time she was about to put someone in there. A perfect servant must behave. I've told you
Perfect
everything, Mr. Fordham.
servant
Are you
must
still going
behave.
to arrest me?
I haven't quite decided yet, Mr. Dumas. If I can find this secret room, it would be enough to charge Madame Dupre with a crime. However, if you haven't been telling me the truth...
I have been, Mr. Fordham. I swear it. I'll even make you a deal. If you promise me you'll try to find the secret room, I won't leave this hotel.
All right, Dumas, it's a deal.
Well, at least now we can go straight to Upton and have him taken in. Unless you really do believe him about the secret room.
That's all for right now, but I'll be back.
Yes, Mr. Fordham. I'll be here.
Okay. Clues.
Seems to be what passes for a dresser around here. Either that or Dumas is secretly a pirate. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's crooked paintings. It appears someone is due for a wash basin.
Okay. A perfect servant must behave. Let's go back to the Dupree Manor.
This quack hasn't gotten anything more for us to learn right now. Her eyes are glazed over, and if we didn't know she'd been buried alive...
Okay. Into the house. Let's talk to the bird.
A perfect servant must behave.
And now you'll taste an early grave. Me sofa, Ray. In the middle, see?
Wait, what did that freaking bird just say?
A perfect servant must behave.
And now you'll taste an early grave. Me sofa, Ray. In the middle, see?
Me, so...
A perfect servant must behave.
And now you'll taste an early grave.
Grave.
Me sofa, Ray.
Me so
In the middle, see?
in the middle
A
C.
perfect servant must behave.
Me so fa
And
Ray.
now you'll taste an early grave.
This is for the
Me
piano.
sofa, Ray. In the middle, see?
In the middle C. In the middle C. Me so fa Ray. Okay.
So long, Birdie.
Bye-bye.
Upstairs. Upstairs! The game is afoot. We have to get on over here. I knew there was something up with that piano. I knew there was something up with that stupid piano. Okay, let's look at the note. Okay. Me. So E. So. Fa. Ray. EGFD. Me, so, fa, Ray. Right? Me, so, fa, Ray. In the middle C. Okay. I want this to be playing while I play this. Record this. Okay, so in the middle C, we have E, G, F, and then D is like... Oh!
Seems to have done something.
Oh, what the hell?
Dear God!
This does not look good. He's dead. You should inform Dr. Fellows about this right away.
Who is this
guy
man?
was telling the truth after all.
Yes, it would probably be a good idea to let him know of this development.
Okay. So back to the hotel. Bro.
Guy?
Yes?
Secret room.
I found the secret room you told me
Who's the
about.
other person in there?
See? I wasn't lying.
No, you certainly weren't. There was someone inside. A man.
No. Who?
I'm not sure, but I can only assume it was one of Madame Dupre's servants.
Was he alright?
I'm afraid not. He was dead. Dr. Fellows confirmed it was due to asphyxiation.
Madame Dupre must have put him in there before I drugged her. And then, with everything that's happened, she didn't let him out in time. Oh my God. It's my fault he's
Yeah,
dead.
no, it's definitely your
Only
fault
I'd
he's dead,
known.
bro.
The circumstances are quite unfortunate, Mr. Dumas. However, this has shed a new light on Madame Dupre and her cruel practices. I can't say for certain that you were justified in your actions, but I am a bit reluctant to say you were completely at fault. But the bottom fact is that Mr. Martin has been falsely accused of this crime. If I were to let you go, he would be punished in your place. Unless...
Yes?
I'm going to need you to write me a letter, Mr. Dumas.
Of course, Mr. Fordham. Anything to take care of this mess.
Good. Hopefully now this whole grim affair can be brought to an end.
What did he write?
That's all for right now, but I'll be back.
Yes, Mr. Fordham. I'll be here.
Oh, I want to look at the letter. Can I look at the letter in this screen? Guy's confession. I, Gadamus of Salmani and Bond, hereby confess to the attempted murder of Madame Dupre. Okay, so how do we play this? Let's go to the coffee house.
Can we talk?
Go on, I'm listening.
Okay, and
That's it, I think.
Then you'd better get back to it.
Okay, we need... Somebody else has to be able to confirm everything. Okay, so it's either going to be the maid, or it's going to be this guy.
Oh, Mr. Fordham, you're back.
Indeed.
We haven't got anything else to ask him about right now.
Oh, come on, man. Okay, just for S's and G's, let's go see if we can't talk to the daughter.
She's busy. Best not to bother her until we have something to ask her.
Okay. Exit stage right. I can't go back to the house to talk to... No. I can go here. I could go home. Let's see if my wife's home. No, she's still at an appointment. Okay. She's obviously...
I'd love to see the look on Snelling's face if he ever found out you kept your old truncheon.
Model ships.
I can see why Adelaide calls that... Your book collection is...
Is there anything I can use in here? I don't think so. I think that's the wrap-up.
That's a fun little...
Watching it spin long...
I'd say that... Miles, care to explain what you're doing?
Just checking to make sure everything that needs to be in here still is.
Right. If you start taking that stuff during the day, you're really going to have problems.
What did I do?
Yes, your soporific is... It's admirable, just... Remember, before you were a lot more fun... Oh, wouldn't you say it's...
So?
Right.
What are you talking about?
Never mind.
Okay. I thought I had a clue there. It does kind of make me wonder if I could have went back there and taken my soporific pills and passed them off as
He's watching you like a hawk. I bet that's a direct line to the...
Could I ask you some more questions, Mr. Martin?
It's not like I'm going anywhere.
Don't be so snide about these things.
Albert, did you hate Madame Dupre?
The woman is cruel, sadistic, and bigoted. When she found out about my relationship with Juliet, she sent me a letter threatening to have me killed if I got near her house or her daughter. So yes, Mr. Fordham, I hated her. But even so, I love her daughter. I wouldn't be so cruel as to take Juliet's mother away from her, even if she hated her too.
I beg your pardon?
Juliet and her mother didn't get along at all. I never asked why, but it was obvious there was something going on.
Intriguing.
That's all for now.
Okay, so the casebook. Clues, suspects, documents. I don't think that's puzzle pieces. So we have this. We have the vigor pills. Dr. Felloway's poor. Okay. Okay. I don't think this is relevant to the case. We can't go back and question anybody else about it.
She's busy.
Okay, so nothing there. Wife is gone. Dude is at the hotel.
Oh, Miss...
We haven't got in...
Okay, nothing here. I think we've wrapped it up. I think that's it. We'll try the hotel just to see if he has anything to say about that. I don't think so, though.
He looks upset. Bad.
Okay, yep, that's gonna wrap it up. Okay. Case has been solved.
Can we talk?
Go on, I'm listening.
Let's wrap it up.
I think I'm ready to wrap this case up.
Okay, who's your prime suspect?
I already know who it is. Guy Dumas. Acquit.
It was Guy Dumas, a former servant at Dupre Manor. He used toxic plants to drug Madame Dupre so she appeared dead, which he learned about from her daughter's schoolbooks.
What was his motive?
That's the thing. I've learned that Madame Dupre is extremely cruel to her servants. She regularly beats them, and even has a secret room no bigger than a coffin where she places them as punishment. I discovered this secret room and found a dead servant inside. He had died from asphyxiation.
My God.
Yep.
A few months ago, Madame Dupre beat Guy's lover Celine to death. He wanted revenge and intended to make Madame Dupre suffer the trauma of being interred alive.
I see.
Constance, I don't think Dumas should be arrested for his crime. He doesn't deserve it. Madame Dupre, however...
Yes, I see what you're saying, and I agree, but what about Mr. Martin?
I got a signed confession from Mr. Dumas. You can see the handwriting matches this note I found in the cemetery. That should be enough to release Mr. Martin, as well as giving Guy a head start in his escape from the city.
It's gonna be tricky getting the department to look into this, but with the proof you've gathered, it should work. Excellent investigating, Fordham. I knew you still had it in you. And
Indeed.
of course, I'll dip into the department's
Slap
good
myself on the
Samaritan
back for
fund
that.
to get you proper compensation for your work. For now, go home to your wife. I'm sure I'll have something else for you to look into fairly soon.
Good evening. I'm looking for Madame Laura Dupre.
Is
You're
Madame
gonna
Dupre.
arrest
I am
this
her personal
lady?
physician, Dr. Fellows. May we help you, officer?
I'm afraid I must place Madame Dupre under arrest.
What? On what charge?
Several, actually. Manslaughter, domestic violence, murder in the second degree. Shall I go on, or can we continue this at the police station?
I would have liked it if that was actually the southern
You
guy.
don't have to worry about Madame Dupre anymore. She'll be in jail for a very long time. And Mr. Martin has been released with a full pardon as well.
Thank you, Mr. Fordham. I appreciate your help and your trust.
Think nothing of it, but you'll need to leave town as soon as you can. Have you made plans?
I was thinking of heading south. New Bretagne is too cold and dark. I want to find someplace more like my home.
Well, I wish you the best of luck, Mr. Dumas. Addie, I'm home. Addie?
She must still be out at her hairdressing appointment. I'm glad we're alone because I wanted to talk to you about something.
Yes, Bill, I know. I told you I'm doing my best to try and find the flower shop burglar.
No, for once, this isn't about him. This is about you.
What? What are you on
Me?
about, Bill?
What are you on about?
You can play dumb and deflect all you like with everyone else around you, but it won't work with me. I know exactly what you're thinking, and you know exactly what I'm gonna say.
You want to talk about how we did on this case?
Yes, that's exactly right. Have you already forgotten the old days, Miles? Before I died, we were solving cases like nobody's business. You were one of the best detectives on the force. But ever since you started taking that soporific, your mind hasn't been as sharp as before. If you're serious about taking on more complex cases, you need to listen to Adelaide and stop taking it. It's already had a negative effect on your performance.
What are you talking
What are you
about, bro?
talking about? We were able to discover the truth about Madame Dupre.
Yes, but if you were working at your full abilities, you'd have come to that conclusion much sooner.
Oh, dude, come off it, man. That was a freaking hard case to
If I
crack.
stop taking it, you won't let me sleep through the night. Nothing will change.
Well, things would change if you found you-know-who.
I thought you said we weren't going to talk about that right now.
Yeah, well, I say a lot of things.
An understatement if ever there was one. Can't you just keep quiet without me having to take something?
Afraid not, old friend. That's just not who I am or how this works.
If you keep me up all night, I'll go crazy. Things have been hard enough as it is. And if, God forbid, Adelaide were ever to find out about...
Hello, Miles. Is there someone else here? I thought I heard you talking just now.
Fantastic. The jig is up. And here I thought we were doing so well, too.
Sing it
No,
out
I
loud.
was just going over the case. Thinking aloud, you see.
Ah, of course.
How was your appointment?
Mrs. Lefebvre was her usual bossy and overly picky self, but she gave me a very generous tip.
That's good.
So I stopped by the shop on the way home and bought a new deck of cards.
Excellent. Shall we have a few rounds of écarté? I believe you demanded a rematch
The
last
heck
time
is
we
that
played.
carte?
Yes, that would be nice.
Well, you certainly managed to dodge that bullet. I only wish I could say the same.
Well, yep. And that's the end of that. I wonder how differently it would have been if we hadn't gone off the wrong foot with the Voodoo Queen. It's like, would have gone a little bit smoother? I don't know. Tough call. It was a tough case to crack. It's not like Mr. Martin's mother would have known anything about the beatings. You know? Maybe it would have been a little bit quicker. I don't know. It's a just tough case. Maybe there have been some more openings, so maybe it's some more people to actually run on down. But I don't know. But in the end, case was solved. Man set free. Of course, that one guy did have to go on the run, which maybe we could have prevented by not peeving off Mr. Martin's mother. It's hard to say. But at the end of the day, all's well that ends well. But that's going to wrap it up for this game for the time being. I greatly enjoyed this game so far. Hard indeed. Okay? I wouldn't say it's super hard, but just got to mind my manners. I got to learn to mind my manners when I'm talking to these people before I set them on off. You know, you say the wrong thing, it all goes askew. But I'm looking forward to the final release in September and looking forward to playing the rest of this thing for you guys. Honestly, I will enjoy it greatly. I want to see about finding the flower killer. It'll probably end up being the last case, I would imagine. You know, we're gonna have to have Bill along with us for the entire ride. But yeah, well played. You know, thank you so much for the for what was the name of that company? Shoot, what did I do with that? For Application Systems Heidelberg for giving me a free key to this demo per se. And yeah, I enjoyed it greatly. I'm more than happy to bring it on back in September. Continue on with the 4 left cases, and maybe actually, I don't know if I'll redo this one. I don't know exactly how it's going to be since this is the beta and that'll be the full version. Maybe it'll let me continue off of my gameplay so far. But yeah, that's going to do it today. So if you enjoyed today's video, go ahead and leave a like, comment on down below, subscribe if you're not a subscriber. When we come back in September to this, we'll go on with case number 2. But until then, everybody, you take it easy. And I'll see you around. Peace.